Hey, Grace Hill. I'm here at the land at 192nd and Dodge that we just voted to purchase. And I can't tell you how excited I am for what God is going to do as we launch this brand new Dream Big, His Story Unfolding campaign. This is what it's all about. And I want to talk about that with you today, because here's what we need to make it happen. We need to trust in God, because before God can do something through us, He needs to do something in us. And so over the next 2 years, as we launch into a capital campaign, it is not about the money for us. And that's the biggest thing that we want to catch. That our primary goal over the next 2 years is to watch what God can do in us, how He can change us. Because we have talked about this. A building campaign can be one of the most difficult things a church ever goes through. And we don't want that for Grace Hill. We want this to be something to be excited about. We want this to be a blessing over the next 2 years. And so what we're going to do is we're going to focus on what God is doing in us. And so we're going to spend these next couple weeks really learning who we need to be as a church, because I can promise you this, it doesn't matter what building we build right here. If it's not filled with people that are bought in and committed to what God is doing, that are growing in their discipleship walk, becoming who God's calling them to be, then all of it's for nothing. Because this is the truth. Over the next 2 years, we do hope to raise $3.8 million. We've been able to get some preliminary concepts for what size building we would need to build on that site. And we feel confident that $3.8 million is the mark we need to be aiming at in our generosity campaign. We've also been able to do a site design and see that everything comfortably fits on this site. What we have here is this opportunity. Over the next 2 years, we're going to grow and we're going to learn of what God calls us to be in our generosity, in our ability to surrender, in our putting God first, in trusting the Lord. We're going to grow into the disciples He calls us to be, and then we're going to watch what happens. Because all throughout our journey, this is what's been true. We've never worried about our attendance numbers. We've never worried about how much money is in the plate. We've focused on one thing. Do we have first-time guests every week? And we said, if we can keep that up, if we can see first-time guests coming to our church every week, then everything else will take care of itself. And that's been true throughout our 5 years. And so here's our new focus. If we spend the next 2 years growing into who God calls us to be, everything else will take care of itself. The generosity will happen. If we do what God calls us to do inside, it'll happen on the outside. And so as we look at this beautiful land, this is exciting and we can't wait to see the building come, but the building is not the mission. Right here in this development, there's going to be places for people to shop, there's going to be places for people to work, and there's going to be places where people live. They're talking about over 1,200 living units within 1 mile of this spot. And that's between apartments and townhomes and homes. And that we want to be a part of their everyday life. That we want them to see us as their local church, because we know that this is going to be an incredible spot, and we need to be ready for God to bring people to us so that when they walk in, they say, you know what, these people, they're different than me. These people, they hope in something that I don't have. They have a maturity and wisdom about them, that they look at the world different than I look at the world. They have a hope in things to come that I don't have yet, and that they want to be a part of that. That's what's going to change people's lives. That right here on this spot, for years to come, lives are going to be changed. And it's not because of the money we raise or the building we build. It's because we are being transformed by God. I'm here in our brand new space up in Elkhorn off Honeysuckle Drive. And place is going to be all renovated. This is going to be our new kid area with the bathrooms here behind me. And then as we look over in this area, this is going to be cleared out, and our stage will be over this way with us worshiping out this way. And then we even have some office space here for us too. And we are so excited about what God is doing right now. We can't wait to see all the new opportunities that can happen in this space. We're going to be able to move our mops here. We're going to be able to do youth here, worship here. And we look forward to starting all new ministry opportunities right here in this space. Join us as we dream big and watch God's story unfold at Grace Hill.